Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So the last update about Unfortunate Love was how Lakshmi confronts Malishka about the food poisoning that happened at Rishi's hotel. Then it was shown that Rishi throws Lakshmi out of the house because of the food poisoning that happened at his hotel. But it turns out to be Malishka's imagination. So let's continue from there. At the Oberai's house, the doorbell rings. Grandma asks Mukesh to open the door. Neelam asks Mukesh to open the door. Mukesh opens the door. They find the police coming inside. Neelam says the cops have come. Now the media would also come. The inspector asks that who is Lakshmi Oberai. Lakshmi is about to go forward, but Malishka stops her, and she thinks that I will play such a game that nobody can save you. Malishka asks the inspector to tell them what happened. The inspector tells them that the doctor said that there was poison in the food and Lakshmi was charged with attempt to murder. Malishka thinks that she did not think that the matter will reach this level and says superb and says she has done a master plan and she thinks to start her game now. Kiran asks the inspector that what do you want to say? That Lakshmi tried to murder everyone at the hotel? The inspector says yes, and that is why we have come to arrest Lakshmi. Lakshmi says she is Lakshmi Oberai. Malishka says Lakshmi don't. The inspector asks if they are playing games with them. Lakshmi says she is Lakshmi, and she says sorry to the inspector. The inspector asks everyone to tell him who is Lakshmi, else the lie will prove costly to them. Lakshmi says she is Lakshmi and she says sorry. Malishka tells Virendra that she was trying to save Lakshmi by telling the police that she is Lakshmi, but Lakshmi spoiled her plans. The inspector asks Lakshmi if she had made the food that was poisoned. Ayush says if Lakshmi made the food, then it is not proven that she has added the poison in the food. The inspector says Lakshmi can add something which is poisonous. He tells them that many lives are in danger and he asks Lakshmi to come with him. Malishka thinks to start a drama and she tells the inspector that Lakshmi is innocent. Ahana says yes, Lakshmi is innocent. Grandma also says that Lakshmi is innocent. Malishka asks the inspector not to take Lakshmi and says I will not let you take her. The inspector says you are challenging me. Malishka asks what? The inspector says if you are interfering in the case, then you are provoking us and you will be arrested too. Neelam calls Malishka and asks her to stop. Malishka says what do the police think of themselves? The reporter comes inside and asks that where is Lakshmi Oberai? The reporter says she has to come out in front. Malishka asks how dare you to enter the house and who gave you the permission, and she begins to pretend as if she cares for Lakshmi. Malishka argues with the reporters and says you cannot take photos of Lakshmi. She shouted and says Lakshmi has not done anything. She asks them to go. Uday thinks that Neelam Oberai, just see what a reporter can do. Malishka thinks that so is Uday and she thinks that he will become a weapon. Malishka pushes Uday and asks him to go. Neelam tries to stop Malishka, but Malishka says that she is doing what she asks her to do and she pushes Uday asking him to go. Uday says you does this with the medias and he asks that what will you do with ordinary people. Ayush takes Malishka to a side and asks if she is doing this intentionally to prove to everyone that she cares for Lakshmi. Malishka says this family is ours too and she asks him not to get scared of the media. She asks the media to leave. The inspector asks Malishka to end the drama and he tells her that they have to arrest Lakshmi. Mr. Varma comes to Rishi in Bangalore and he asks him to come. Malishka asks the inspector to leave Lakshmi and she threatens him, saying that she would call the commissioner. Uday provoked the inspector and asks if he would get scared of Malishka's threat or if he would arrest Lakshmi. Malishka asks Virendra to call the commissioner and says your daughter-in-law is getting arrested. Virendra asks Malishka to be quiet and Ayush also supports Virendra and says that this is our family matter, so Malishka should be quiet, and Virendra asks the inspector to come and says he needs to talk to him. Malishka still continued with her drama and she asks the media to keep the camera down. Uday says the truth will come out and he talks about the strength of truth. Malishka pushes him and asks the constable if they will do their duty or not. She asks them to throw the media out. The constable asks the media to leave and Kiran smiles seeing her daughter's drama. Neelam asks Lakshmi that did you see the drama that happened to our family because of you? She says Malishka is trying to save our respect and you have ruined it. Kiran thinks that she is so proud of Malishka. Virendra tells the inspector that whatever happened was an accident and Lakshmi did not do anything. Ayush says he was with Lakshmi and she is innocent. Virendra says, please don't take Lakshmi. The inspector says, whatever you want to say it in court. I have to arrest Lakshmi. Malishka comes out and tells the media that Lakshmi and Neelam ask her not to let the media come inside. She says if anyone tries to enter, then the Oberois will ruin them. She asks them to leave, and Uday thinks to bring the Oberois down on the ground, thinking that Neelam embarrassed him earlier, but it was Malishka. Ahana and Devika try to pacify Lakshmi. Devika says nobody can arrest you. We are with you, and she asks her not to worry. Ahana asks Lakshmi not to take tension. Malishka comes inside and thinks that she has handled everything in one attack. Lakshmi is over, and she thinks that she should get appreciation. Grandma appreciates Malishka for what she has done. Malishka says, for what I did for Lakshmi, right? Grandma says, yes. Thank you for whatever you were doing to trap Lakshmi. Malishka says, I fought for Lakshmi, and you are saying that I am trapping her. She says, I was saving the house respect, and you are blaming me. She asks Grandma to do whatever she wants and see what happens, and Grandma leaves. Malishka thinks that Grandma has used her mind rightly in this old age, but what will she do? Nobody can save Lakshmi now. Virendra asks the inspector to ask Lakshmi whatever they want to know here. The inspector says, I have to take Lakshmi to the police station. Ayush says it is unfair. The inspector says, I don't want to arrest more people from here, and he asks the constable to arrest Lakshmi. Lakshmi thinks that when will Rishi come? Rishi sits in the car and tells the driver that his flight should not be missed. The driver tells him that the car is stopped, and Rishi gets down from the car. Virendra stops the constable and he apologizes to Lakshmi. He says, I couldn't do anything before, but I will do something now. Your father is here. Malishka asks Virendra to stop the police from taking Lakshmi. Virendra asks Ayush to come. Malishka smiles and looks at Kiran. The inspector asks the constable to make Lakshmi sit in the car. The reporters ask if Lakshmi has any enmity with the Oberois, that she did this. They ask if she did this to humiliate the family after filing for divorce. Lakshmi refused to say anything to the reporters. One of the reporters says to Lakshmi that you have humiliated and insulted the family. Ayush tried to stop the media. Uday salute the inspector for not bending down in front of the Oberois. He then asked Neelam to show her money, her power, and also to save her daughter-in-law. Neelam looks unsurprised because she doesn't know what the reporters was talking about. Lakshmi says to the reporters that I did not do anything. Ayush asks Lakshmi not to get scared. The inspector asks Lakshmi to sit in the car. Lakshmi tells Ayush that she doesn't want to go to jail and says she did not do anything. Ayush says I know and says sorry. Lakshmi asks Ayush to call Rishi and says she needs him. Ayush says Rishi will do something and he asks her not to cry. The police take Lakshmi from there in their jeep, and Lakshmi recalls Rishi's promise that he would always protect her. Rishi is walking on the road. Virendra asks Ayush to bring the papers for Lakshmi's bail. Neelam stops Ayush and tells everyone that she needs to talk to everyone about something important. Malishka says now Auntie will say that Lakshmi will not come here, and she thinks that shoot the word. Neelam says nobody will bring Lakshmi back, and this is my decision. Neelam says that nobody should say anything against her decision. Ayush says aunt. Neelam says nobody will talk. Grandma says Neelam. Neelam says not even you, Grandma, and says Lakshmi has stained our family's respect. Virendra says the family respect will be stained if we don't save Lakshmi. Neelam says that she is also a daughter-in-law and she has sacrificed so much for this house and family. Neelam says to everyone that she will not bear anything now, and she is saying that finally nobody will save Lakshmi. Virendra says if we don't save our daughter-in-law, then the fingers will be pointed on us. Would you bear that? Neelam says she is not our daughter-in-law. Virendra asks that who is she then? Neelam says Lakshmi is our helplessness, our black spot, and bad luck and bad time. Neelam asks Virendra to undo the business and says our business will be affected and you will find out some way to save it. She says you may have some ways to save Lakshmi, but all the ways are closed. She says Lakshmi should not come out and says whether it is a conspiracy or a mistake, I don't care, and only Lakshmi should be blamed. Grandma says to Neelam that Lakshmi is also part of the Oberoi. Neelam asks if I have to make you understand and says Lakshmi is not my daughter-in-law. She is not my daughter-in-law and she will never be. Neelam shouted and asked if everyone understood. She says nobody will save Lakshmi and this is Neelam Oberoi's decision and nobody will go against me. Shalu comes to the Oberой's house and hears Neelam saying that nobody will save Lakshmi. Lakshmi is thrown into the prison by the constable. She says she is innocent. The criminal in the lockup asks Lakshmi that what is her crime, and the criminal laughs. Lakshmi looks on crying. Rishi is running on the road and he thinks that Lakshmi might be in some problem. I should be with her. Lakshmi always supports me and I will be with her. He says, I am coming to you, Lakshmi. In the prison, Lakshmi cries. The criminal threatened Lakshmi. Lakshmi waits for Rishi. Rishi meets with an accident as the car hit him and he shouted Lakshmi's name. Lakshmi senses that Rishi is in danger. The people gather around Rishi. Lakshmi worries for Rishi and she asks God to be with him. Rishi is taken to the hospital in the ambulance and he keeps mentioning Lakshmi's name in his unconscious state. He says, just have strength, I am coming. The doctor asks the hospital staff to take Rishi inside. Rishi's manager comes there and says that he is with him. He calls Virendra, but the call couldn't be connected. Shalu says to Neelam that I thought everyone would be worried for my sister. She says my sister loved you all, even more than us. She says, how can you let anything wrong happen with my sister? She regards you as a mother, and I thought that you will pacify her as a mother. You will support and you will hug her, but you made everyone put their hands off from her. She says you are blaming my sister when she is not here, and everyone looks on. Shalu says to everyone that you know well that Lakshmi is innocent and she is the daughter-in-law of the house. She asks, why are you not feeling anything? Neelam asks Shalu that did you come here to make me realize? And she asks, how dare you to talk so much? And says you are standing here safely. Shalu says, I am just standing here, but Lakshmi has to bear so much here. Karishma asks Shalu that how dare you? Shalu stops Karishma and asks that how did you let the police take Lakshmi away from here? Karishma asks Shalu to shut up. Ayush says mom. Karishma asks Ayush to also shut up. Shalu asks Grandma and Virendra that how do they let Lakshmi go? But Neelam stops Shalu and says we are not helpless to answer you. Shalu says my sister is alone there. Kiran says she is your sister, but she is inauspicious for us. She says she has ruined the Oberой's reputation. Shalu says I know nothing is bigger than life, not even reputation. She says if anything had happened to Lakshmi here, then all of your reputation could have saved her, but no. Shalu says that Rishi would have died if Lakshmi had not always saved him. She asks why nobody was blamed then. She says whatever happened was wrong even today, and the police took Lakshmi in front of you all. She asks Ayush why he did not do anything. Ayush says we tried a lot to stop the police, and he says sorry. Shalu says my parents have taught us to support others in bad times, and says she would go alone to save Lakshmi. Ayush says to Shalu that who said that you are alone? Karishma asks Ayush not to go against Neelam. Neelam says to Ayush that do you want to go against my decision? Shalu says it is okay Ayush. You should save your family's reputation and I will save my sister. And Shalu goes. Ayush asks that what is happening? He says how can they not see that Lakshmi is innocent? Karishma asks Ayush to stop it and says we have to suffer loss due to Lakshmi. Ayush says we did not have any loss, but you are taking advantage of the situation. Karishma slaps Ayush. Ahana says mom. Karishma asks Ayush to shut up. She scolded him for saying anything to Malishka and says you should not open your mouth in front of Neelam and says whatever you are today is because of Neelam. Grandma asks Karishma to stop it. Karishma says she will pull Ayush's tongue if he talk again. Virendra says enough and says Ayush tests people well and he is not wrong. Neelam says good, so you have tested Lakshmi well. Virendra says I thought Lakshmi was wrong for some time, but I understand that well now. Neelam says nobody will save Lakshmi because I have tested her well as well and she is inauspicious. She says nobody would dare to save Lakshmi and they should not say anything to Rishi. She says Rishi is doing work and is not wasting time like you all, and she wants Ayush and says if Rishi comes to know about this, then see what I will do to you. LOL. Only if Neelam knows that Rishi is currently at the hospital while he was running to go and save his wife Lakshmi. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to like the video and check the comment section for the link to the next update. And I will see you all again in my next video. Bye guys.